Well, let's see how long my bedroom living room stays tidy, hey? Right, really interesting thing. While I was at the dentist, so obviously I've had the dentist this morning, and that was a bit difficult because we had a bit of a mumbling student and people don't get it. However, they decided to not do the injection in his mouth, and as much as I understand the difference between a reaction to penicillin and a reaction to an anaesthetic, they have agreed that with EDS, is called, funny enough, it was obviously something I was looking at yesterday, mast cell reaction, and they do agree that he's had a reaction to the penicillin. So 2 o'clock, I got to get on the phone to the doctors. But when we went back with Elijah, all of a sudden, the teacher dentist came along and I saw her put her hand down like that. And I went, oh, have we got another hypermobility? Do you understand EDS? Yes, she does. So that was quite interesting. Had a good conversation with her. But the problem was Elijah didn't want to have his tooth sorted, and he has to have some fluoride put on his teeth to protect his teeth. If he doesn't, through the winter, this is going to get worse, and it's going to mean he's going to have to go into fucking hospital to have a GA, to have this done. And I'm livid in some ways, and I'm livid at Portsmouth University, at Portsmouth Council, because when I very, very first come here, they could have flipped this over so easy, and it was that easily done. Flintshire turned around and said that EDS was the easiest condition to claim to have. Then said I was so sick that my children would end up being my carers. Talking to this woman today, it was really frustrating because she said, what's the most problems that you have? I said, it's other people's opinions. I said, how I cope and manage with it is one thing. I said, but how other people treat me is another thing. I said, and that's the problem. I said, and obviously I get scared of social care. So that worries me. But I'm here in Portsmouth, but I have to do this letter now. So anyway, Tim Haynes is asking why I've got an issue with him. Why the fuck wouldn't I have an issue with these people? Belinda McKenzie, Sabine McNeil, John Hemmings, Ian Joseph, and Julie and Tim Haynes. Why would I not have an issue with these people when I very first came in, they were the only people that were up on the top of that list doing anything. Ian Joseph, I went on a radio show. He was all run away. And it's like, well, I can't run away. They've got my kids and 2 of my kids are here. So that's done. And then John Hemmings and Julie and Thing. And basically, unless you had 450 quid, they weren't fucking helping anyone, mate. And I tried. And that whole network gave me fucking shit. And it was Amber. Not Amber who's with me, but Amber who was with Tim, John and Julie, right? And she even tried to humiliate me on Downing Street because obviously my tooth had come out going, oh, it's not EDS. She tried to actually portray me as a drug addict. No, it's a post, yeah? And they could have really stepped in and actually taken on a case that could have really have made a difference in all of this and stopped a lot of stuff going on back then. And they chose not to because they choose who they work with and who they like. I have never been accepted within that community because I've always been rogue and always disagreed with the way that they want to do things. And I will always disagree with it because at the end of the day, what is going wrong to families under the multi-agency framework when it comes to social is wrong. Because we are under a situation where they can come in and it can even just be as simple as over my children's teeth without understanding the lactic acid, without understanding the EDS. So I'm fuming because had we had been accepted here properly, instead of fighting me and all these calls coming in, they should have just put, this is Kellie Cottam, this is her diagnosis, this is what the bloody woman has been through, and this is how we're going to help her and her family here, and we're going to get her and all of them in properly. I haven't even had my teeth checked in the time that I've been here because none of it goes under the proper multi-agency framework. And the same with the boys. I would have had them in the dentist, they're literally just brushing them as they first coming in, getting them used to it, making sure that they know, and actually educating and teaching the children about it. So, yeah, I'm pretty pissed off with it. And then I'm pissed off with fucking Dean because I've got to listen to him walking across the aisle on the phone calling women flower. Fuck off, mate. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of all of it. So, anyway, I think this is where I'm going to be sticking with. Speak up, step up. Consent is sexy. What is consent? Ask first. Oh, yes means yes. Only if informed, sobering, ongoing, enthusiastic. Yes is consent. Silence is not consent. And this here is at the university here in Portsmouth. So I've been, obviously, the other thing is I've been to Food Bank today, and I wanted to sort of briefly sort of show you, you know, what Food Bank was about. So obviously I have bread from the Food Bank. The good thing is thanks to Food Bank, I've hidden them because I have to bring them back out in a minute. But obviously, now I've got the boys' advent calendars. And I don't know what's going to be in each of these bags. You all right, boys? I do believe there should be, there's a bag here. Look, this is what annoys me. Nah! Fizzy cravings. But obviously, you know, this stuff, semi-milk, apples, oranges, it's all bagged up tea bags, pop noodles. This is what did it. Now, this is what started it with the boys. Bourbon creams, because I kept literally going to the back of their teeth, and it was a bourbon, and then eventually it's not, and they got a carrot in the back of their teeth, which I'm not fucking happy about as it is. So anyway, but again, even for Food Bank, it's not fresh bread, it's all the thrown out stuff. So don't think people that go to Food Bank get all the fresh stuff. We don't. We basically get all the leftovers, and a lot of it goes out of date as well, which is on the table for people to take. So anyway, I've been down to the student union, and I am thinking, but again, my head is going, no, Kelly, you're going to get trapped to one place again. Do I want to settle here in Portsmouth? I don't know. Do I want to root myself here in Portsmouth? Maybe. Or should I just get focused on the fact that I am the director of Step Up Britain, and all of this comes in with it? And I'm obviously impacting the place. It's obviously moving forward. I'm not done this. This has got nothing to do with me. But this is what they're moving forward to here at the university here. And they're trying to go really big to try to help students coming up through sexual boundaries. But it's like I said to Dean then, I said, do you understand the impact of calling another woman flower? Do you know what actually that is saying? What you're saying is she's your petal. She's the one that you're going to, so like the bee goes into the flower, sticks the thing in, pollinates, and produces. So it's a very geography term. It doesn't matter whether it's an old woman, it doesn't matter whether it's a younger woman, it's actually a very geography thing. And who you call, and like if you call someone babe, if you call someone hun, sweetheart, all this stuff is all about loyalty between a husband and wife. And I think this is what I want to stick with, because even what's going on with the boys with the dental, it doesn't matter if you're going to the dentist, doesn't matter if you're going to the doctors, it doesn't matter if you're just getting on with your life, it doesn't matter whether you're going out, it all comes down to the same thing. And I'm getting annoyed with this multi-agency framework that's so damn fragmented, that's causing for parents to be fragmented. And had this been done right down back at the fucking beginning, I wouldn't be going through any of this, and neither would my boys. And this is what annoys me. The EDS UK has a lot to fucking answer for. It really does. Now, please do imagine, say you go to the doctors and the doctor says, you've got cancer. So they say, right, I would like you to get in contact with the Cancer Society. You would expect that Cancer Society to then sit down with you, explain what it is, work with you. No, they're all research. So basically, they're just using people like us to go, use us as guinea pigs, and then they're basically just making shitloads of money out of us. And this is what is annoying me. So, and it's all just pissing me off at the moment, because I want to go in one direction, but until the ultimate foundations are right here, and I mean proper foundations, and that means I don't have to explain it to a student. I don't have to explain it to anyone. And it really is going to take for everyone, not just in this world, but within the EDS community, to speak up and step up, mate. Because at the end of the day, it's like even the dentist, she's like, even though she was stood there with her hand back talking to me like that, she said, oh, I don't really get that many problems. It's like, so your arm is completely back and you're stood there like that, and there's nobody actually told you to even not do that to your body. She's a lot younger than me. So, and also sometimes when someone says to you, oh, I don't get any problems with it, that's pride. Because she's already got herself through university, she's already got herself into dentistry, and she's not trying to do everything else that everybody else is trying to do. Embraces the hypermobility. But like I said to her, I said, do you realise there is a difference between hypermobility and EDS? And here lays the problem. So I'm not quite sure what to do at the moment. I'm going to get off the phone in a minute because I've got to ring the doctors dead on 2, unpack all this shopping and get on. Just pissed off with a whole lot of it. I'm just pissed off with a whole lot of it. And if I end up back with social care, I tell you what, if I haven't got this paperwork right, I'll just end up running this time, because I won't stand it this time. I'll just fuck off, and I will. And I will. I'll just fuck off. I cannot be asked justifying and explaining myself to people anymore, because it should be the EDS UK people going in and educating before us. It should be the specialists that are setting the precedent, saying these are our patients. But unless you're paying, what is it, £350 for the first initial consultant, £300 thereafter, people don't care. Just like my chiropractor, yeah? If I rang up Nick and said, Nick, I've just been out and I've twisted my neck again, he isn't going to say, oh, come in then, love, yeah? All right, love. He's not going to say, come in, love, I'll sort it out. What he's going to say is, have you got 60 quid? Come in and I'll sort it out, yeah? And this is the problem. Down to dental. And then we had the line as well with Elijah, because obviously Elijah didn't like having all of these people around him. When they, what's that, Lizzie? And they want 1,500 for more tests on Riley. This is the problem. It's like, I could easily, right now, I don't know what to do, because I'm trying to speak to people who have no education, no understanding. And even if they go, oh yes, we've learned from text box from a book, it's about subluxations, dislocations and being a little bit hypermobile, isn't it? Well, I ask you, can you? Yes? It's not nice. Have I ripped my t-shirt? No, it's my thing underneath. No problems, eh? You think this shit is normal? And I get it's about management, but how do I find this line between all these fucking people that are now going to come back in our lives again? And I can't be arsed with it. And it's like, even if, say, Elijah gets referred to have to go and do this at the hospital, and Shiloh, again, it's new people, more people, more people, more people, more people, more people. I can't be arsed with it. And it's not because I don't like people. It's that when it comes to this sort of stuff, I just don't understand why we can't just be with the specialised teams. Why am I with this dentist? Why am I not with a specialised dentist, being that all of this is an EDS issue? Yeah? Fact is, even that dentist has opened my mouth, and I've laid down, obviously, to try to get my children to lay down and see that it's okay. Mummy's got her mouth open. But at the end of the day, they're not going to sit there and go, oh, Kelly, I could help you with that, because they're not paid to. So, and the thing is, it's tiring trying to battle it and live it at the same time. And it's like, even Dean, when I spoke to him on the phone, and I get a little bit emotional about it, because I've been dealing with this for 3 years, 7 children. Yeah, this isn't new to me and Elijah and Shiloh. I'm far from fucking new to this. I have already raised 2 children through high school, college, university. I have already got Aaron and Faith to 2 and 3 before they got kidnapped. And I've already been through it myself. So, you know, I'm far from a novice to all of this. But at the end of the day, whether it's me working and actually succeeding in anything that I fucking do, it's going to take strong foundations. Yes, speaking is easy for me. But at the end of the day, even if my voice goes, yeah? So say all of a sudden I'm speaking, speak up, step up, blah, blah, blah. And I have to go, 2 seconds, keep a glass of water next to me. It might even have to be a bit of fizzy because the fizzy gets me. You know, there is things to manage it. If I had diabetes, people would get it. She might have an insulin, sugar levels go low. She might need to sit down. She might need to do this. If I had multiple sclerosis, people would get it. If I had cancer, you'd all be going, oh, God, Kelly. But most of them have caused it them fucking selves. This was not caused ourselves. Now, I do get with mast cell activation that things can be triggered off at a particular point. Yes, I get all of this stuff. But like I'm trying to explain to people, and I said to that woman in there, I'm just a patient. I'm not a very patient, but I'm a patient. I'm not the doctor. I'm not the specialist. I'm not the trained people in these conditions. And when somebody turns around and says, oh, you know, there's not all these problems, I had to turn around and say, do you really think that they would have conferences in Italy bringing all of these specialists together who are trying to educate the people who are not educated by them if there's not a problem? So do you really think that all these people, but again, you know, like I said, you're talking £350 and it's not even for an hour, mate. You're talking a half an hour appointment for 350 quid to be able to go in there and explain to them what you're currently going through and get out in that half an hour. Liam at the Clapper clinic got more. A Clapper, because at least then when we used to go to Clapper, we used to go to a clinic where we dealt with the maxillofacial and the dentist, and they just put it all together. And I just don't understand why the EDS people don't do this, and we're getting there. But anyway, Tim Haynes, of course I've got a fucking issue with you. 9 years later, and you're only just interested. Why? Because I've got a decent fucking barrister behind us from EDS that you want to speak to. Why? Because things are actually moving forward that you people couldn't be asked to do in the first place because we weren't paying your 450 quid. I ain't charging anyone 450 quid. I don't even charge you to speak to me. So anyway, doesn't matter what it is. Speak up and step up.